discrimination, you don't just combat by just changing the laws or changing policies. You combat discrimination in the heart and the mind. That's what we are here to do today with our new endeavor, our video, The Welcome. With The Welcome, we would like to bring to you. We want to begin a new, whose mission is equality for all. I show from this video that we are not rights, we are asking for equal and for all. A lot of people have happened. There have been teams working from London, there have been teams working, a wonderful advertising agency like Creators DOP come on board, there's Donji, there's Anita Dongre, there's Joe Mansuri, all have come together to make this happen, including company, music company, whose VP and CFO we have here amongst. And what I would like to say is, we would like to use the universal language, communicate to one and all, that together that is free and equal. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce a wonderful colleague from the film industry, a supporter of gay rights, spoken so well and supported the community very, very of equality and good humanity for all, the one and only Imran.
A lot about gay rights, we're going to talk about LGBT. I think in all of this, that I think is very, very important for everyone to take away. Talking about today are human rights, basic human rights. We're talking people based on the way that they look, their sexual orientation, based on who they choose to be. These are basic human rights, and in talks on morality, on legality, I think this. Thank you. I'm not going to take up any more time.
Imran, thank you so much for coming in. I can see we have an audience. All these guys have worked very hard. So just a little round of applause for Martha, Celina, and everybody else. Because honestly, we're doing, in a sense, drag this and more do this so that we have a, I think at some point, a slightly like we had 2,000 years ago. Right now, Mr. Charles Radcliffe, issues at the UN.
So, actually, all of us happens, and we watched this. Or am I taking away from everything? The free and equal. We worked very hard on this, and actually a key step in breaking a major part of it of these pledges. I do have to take some responsibility in the portrayal of relationships and characters in our film. And I think this takes a very, very... Jaitly is going to get played.
Next we have him, founder of the Humsafar Trust, homophobia, transphobia, and for the last 3 years he stood and led the crusade. Lakshmi Tripathi, actress and rights activist. All of the stories of all of their lives that she has to share with us. Welcome them all on stage, and you can stop clapping to stand. We'll start with Mr. who's right there. Charles, the first question is going on as we speak. So, who are you voting for in this Indian election? Kidding, okay. He said don't mention the elections. Let's get back to the basic, which is why has been, and suddenly why is India so important?
So this is, we're not focusing, it's something that we launched in South Africa, in fact. But, because of the evidence, there is a terrible pattern of violence and discrimination around the world, not just in India, because they're gay or lesbian or bisexual. And that is abuse of human rights challenge that the United Nations about. We believe that it is something that needs to, and the way to do that is discriminatory laws, certainly, and there's a lot of the United Nations on that topic. But we also know it's not enough to change the laws, you have to change people's. So the United Nations wanted to be part of that conversation, wanted to help create some content that was both thought-provoking and hopefully reach than the UN usually reaches with its conferences and discussions. So that is essentially what we're bringing here, because it's a huge place, 1.2. Right now it's in the middle of a transition. There is a public debate that is unfolding. The reaction of Supreme Court judgments and before Delhi High Court, it's kind of unleashed, I think, it's the whole community. And also people who are not LGBT, but the straight community who come out. So we want to be part of this here, and we also want to learn from what's happening here and see how many lessons that can be applied to other places.
Friend is Mumbai, and that's, I think, the issue. So let's give him one clap. What a lovely audience. No. All right, let's move on. You've got ruling on Section 377. Next.
Day after tomorrow, May, historical event plaintiff petition that is going to talk about same-sex rights, especially about Section 377, which was constitutionally upheld last year. The first curative hearings are going to take place. That's very rare in the Supreme Court. And for the first time, the curative petition which has been Supreme Court. And we are hoping that it will keep all of you, just keep your ears sharp and so that you know. Thank you very much.
Okay, and vibe down the country. I mean, you're the person who goes out there. You probably
the jokes, you keep on cracking them. Absolutely.
Thank you so much. Ashok Ravi is always there. He said his decision didn't go in the right direction. Recognize transgender rights. Basically, you played a role in leading voice for the trans community. Let's separate them from everybody. So, you think this is long in coming judgment?
First of all, really, I believed after the 15th. I said at the court also 15th. Yeah. And it has been lucky. When I came, I was inside the court, and when we were walking, one of the petitioners who is here with me. The best thing what I feel that still we have won the halfway. We are the only sexual minority which is visible. I don't go with it. I'm a hijra. My word. We come under the umbrella of the transgenders in India too. And I believe, and in this whole region, 2 months ago at of UN/AIDS, when we were dealing with gender network, this is the high time that the state and the federal government start of sexual minority, whether they are gay, lesbian, trans. This region of Asia Pacific, just so Asia Pacific there are many other minds of transgenders. There are baklas. So this is the right time, and literally told the government, state of Union of India to respond. And the curative petition is one more sigh of relief. The half-won battle which we have together, we will win it and have one where we can be proud of and being the largest democracy.
Okay, very quickly and short answer. Lakshmi, but the transgenders face even more risk, dare say that, in the sense that, in certain places, or it's almost like, it's medieval. Just take us through a little bit of that, because what you probably, lesser known people from the society have exposures actually.
Yeah, we have, because we are the only sexual minority which is visible, a patriarchal family. And the patriarchal society has always implemented in a very beautiful way. Sexual abuse and the issue, right, even when I was pushed out of Bombay Gymkhana, things which our city has seen. Imagine when I'm so stubbornly can face discrimination right into the laws of Parliament, Mantralaya, then what about the, trying at the signal, who are doing sex work? Even doctors don't touch you. They prescribe medicines. They are not ready to count. They feel we are one basic thing, Cyrus and all the media. It is the more grieving thing for a human is to human existence. For the man society, transgender and hijra, they don't even exist. The society adds a point to say, why don't you? None of the people will even keep you as a talk about too much of human. All this A-class society speaks that this should be happening. They don't even start at their end. Of the community who has been denied human rights, access to facilities, even public sector where we are. When HIV came, then the people thought, okay, it's seen. Why they have to be seen? Because men come to us. Because of women, we are feminine, and we are women also at times.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Cyrus. A lot of complaints and a lot of cases of acute area of right to education, health, context of housing, basic issues of just jobs, coming from stigmatized, in particular from the transgender LGBTI. Across on issues of gender, of rural, and very much caste and identities. So if you're a caste or a Dalit who is area and a woman, a lesbian, it's very difficult for her to not only but also access after she comes out basic services and basic should be accruing to her by she's a human being. So it's a happy moment for us in the youth here to amplify the voices. Be very loud now in this moment with the LGBTI and the Trinity, where they are asking human rights, which are the human dignity. And this battle, which began continue for a bit. It's a most excitement with the Q and with the TG decision of the Apex Code. I think we are excited also at this moment, and all the power to here who are fighting this battle from the UN. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Great views. And he's done a wonderful scene or downloaded, or please go to the place possible, where he's, made his point known in support of different sexual orientations. I ask you, what compelled straight such as yourself to speak out against homophobia and